How's everybody doing? This is Yukon back with another video. It's currently like 1 in the morning. I got caught up in some rabbit holes doing research for this, and then my editing software was being a little funky, so I had to get some settings fixed, but I finally got it done. I'm just here filming the intro so I can put it out to you guys. We're talking about Web3. The most important thing you could do with this video is share it. We need people talking about this stuff, guys, for real. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the bell. That also helps the algorithms push this stuff out to more people. And yeah, I need you guys to watch the thing all the way till the end so you can leave a comment and let me know how you feel about what we discuss in the video, so it helps me moving forward, because I gotta make more Web3 videos. I did not answer all my questions. If anything, I have more questions because of the rabbit holes, so I will be answering those not only for me but for you guys, so we can fully understand the scope of what's going on with Web3. And yeah, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright everybody, real quick, this is actually an excerpt from the book Token Economy, so I will read the first 2 paragraphs and then I will talk a little bit about those. Here we go. The internet we have today is broken. We do not control our data, nor do we have a native value settlement layer. 30 years into mass adoption of the internet, our data architectures are still based on the concept of standalone computers where data is centrally stored and managed on a server and sent or retrieved by a client. Every time we interact over the internet, copies of our data get sent to the server of a service provider, and every time that happens, we lose control over our data. Even though we live in a connected world with more and more devices getting connected with the internet, including our watches, cars, TVs, and fridges, our data is still centrally stored on our computers or other devices, on USB stick, and even in the cloud. This raises issue of trust. Can I trust those people and institutions that store and manage my data against any form of corruption, internally or externally, on purpose or by accident? Each time we interact over the internet, copies of our lives are made and sent to the other computer, and when this happens, we lose control over our data on the other end of the web, behind the walled gardens of a server. This is not only an issue when it comes to the privacy of our personal data, but it also produces a lot of inefficiencies in the back end of operations along the supply chain of goods and services. The current internet, with its client-server-based data infrastructure and centralized data management, has many unique points of failure, as we can see from the recurring data breaches of online service providers. It furthermore produces high costs of document handling as well as non-transparencies along the supply chain of goods and services. So if you wanted to read the second section, you can pause the video and do that now. Basically talks about the early internet, how Web 2 revolutionized by creating a marketplace to offer goods and services. It also, created social platforms for people to market themselves there as well. But yeah, you can go ahead and read through that if you want to. Just quickly want to touch on the upper section here. I don't personally think that I would like for central servers to be able to hoard data. They've been doing it since 2004. And unfortunately, they collect more data than most people realize. Some people aren't even aware that they collect any at all. But yeah, much more than most people realize the amount of data they're collecting on us. And the thing is, they turn around and sell it to, multinational, multi-billion-dollar corporations for marketing purposes and all kinds of things that we don't even know about. So it's not, in my opinion, not something we should be allowing to just happen. There's a problem with too much centralization and too much decentralization. There's a middle ground. I believe personally we should all be educated and then given the tools to secure our own data, and then we as individuals should face the consequence if it falls into the wrong hands. We should be responsible for our own data. We should be given that option. That's just my opinion. Maybe not everyone agrees with that, but I definitely don't want to basically give my data away for free so that someone can turn around and sell it to turn a profit. I think that's terrible, and we should all be questioning why that's allowed to happen. So we'll go ahead and jump to the next article. It's actually from CoinMarketCap. It's a bit more on the sci-fi side, but yeah, I thought this was the most concrete example of Web3, kind of like what it's aiming to solve here. And now we can get into like some of the more advanced, topics surrounding Web3, more exciting stuff. Alright guys, so here we are at CoinMarketCap, and we're going to look at their perspective of Web3. Before we get started, I just want to say I can't believe that this website puts some of this out there in the way that it does. I mean, this is the spicy portion right here, so this is what you want, guys. Their definition. Web3 is the upcoming third generation of the internet, where websites and apps will be able to process information in a smart human-like way through technologies like machine learning, big data. Big data. Alright guys, so since 2004, our data is being collected on mass scale, and I mean the amount of data, some of the you probably don't even recognize the amount of things that they actually collect, and the information that they have when you quickly jump through those terms of service. Read a lot of these devices, they're listening 24/7, and they're not only listening, they're doing all kinds of things that you didn't even know most likely that they could do. Go do your own research on that. But anyways, let's go down here to what they say the key features of Web3 are. We have ubiquity, semantic web, artificial intelligence, 3D graphics. So ubiquity means being or having the capacity to be everywhere, especially at the same time. In other words, omnipresent. So Internet of Things. I did some, I've already done research in the past on Helium, but I just wanted to go back and look at their white paper and stuff, see if I could get some more. And the Helium network is a decentralized network, decentralized wireless network that enables devices anywhere in the world to wirelessly connect to the internet and geolocate themselves without the need for power-hungry satellite location hardware or expensive cellular plans. It basically uses proof of coverage. This led me down a huge rabbit hole, guys, so I'm not even gonna lie. From here, I started looking things up, and it left me with more questions than answers at this point. I understand that Helium is a decentralized wireless network, but most of the nodes are attached to already existing internet, and that comes from an internet service provider, meaning it's centralized in a way. So guys, this just led me down a huge rabbit hole. We can discuss this in live stream. I'm not going to discuss all of it here, but tons of unanswered questions. It led me to the whole thing with Ethereum and Amazon Web Services, and the cloud, and what the cloud is, and who provides internet service to internet service providers. And I mean, I think that ICP is going to try and come up with a solution for that, a decentralized internet, but it also has its own point of failure with the NNS, so you can do your own research on that one too. This one is about what is Web3, so we're going to get back to it. So we'll flip it here. Web 2 is already ubiquitous. A Facebook user can instantly capture an image and share it, which becomes ubiquitous since it's available to anyone no matter where they are, as long as they have Facebook access. Web 2 is what we currently use, and yeah, not everyone has access to the internet. Some people don't have access to the same internet depending on where you live, so that is the limitation of Web 2. I believe Web 3, through the Internet of Things, will we'll live in a world where you cannot get away from the internet. It will be everywhere. Everyone will have access to it. And in my personal opinion, in the future, access to the internet will become possible through our own anatomy, Right now, we currently have access to the internet through our smartphones in the first world. I believe one day we won't even need like a separate device that's not attached to our person. We will have that capability in our own anatomy. So, you take that however you want. I think most of you understand what I'm saying by that. But anyways, let's move on. Semantic web is the study of relationship between words. Therefore, semantic web, according to Berners-Lee, enables computers to analyze loads of data from the web, which includes content, transactions, links between persons. This goes along with the third key, artificial intelligence. AI is intelligence demonstrated by machines. And since Web3 machines can read and decipher the meaning of emotions conveyed by a set of data, it brings forth intelligent machines. So, I mean, dude, this stuff has been like, we've been doing this for a long time. I mean, what do you think Alexa is? It's literally Amazon training its AI. Like, that thing listens all the time. It's just learning about human behavior, human nature. It's gathering data so it can get smarter. I mean, this is not new. This technology's been around for what? Like, I mean, I guess it hasn't been around for that long, but at least 5 years. I mean, Alexa's been in people's houses now for a while. And, yeah, it's always listening, guys. It's building a digital version of you, a digital profile for you. So there's like another version of you that exists digitally stored somewhere in a massive server. How does that make you feel? Wait till that is put on the blockchain and all your data is stored like that on the blockchain. That's why Web3, from what we looked at previously, is so important in my opinion. We all need to be in control of our own data, because in the hands of somebody else that we don't know if we can trust or not, it's very scary. Alright. Spatial web and 3D graphics. Some futurists also call Web3 the spatial web, as it aims to blur the line between physical and the digital by revolutionizing graphic technology, bringing into clear focus 3D virtual worlds. Unlike their 2D counterparts, 3D graphics bring a new level of immersion, not only in futuristic gaming applications like Decentraland, but also other sectors like real estate, health, and e-commerce. I just want to go back to the beginning. It aims to blur the lines between physical and digital. So, I mean, I did mention this previously. I think that our access to the internet will become part of our physical anatomy. And I know this doesn't say, it talks about graphics technology, but it's trying to aim to blur the lines between physical and digital. It really is. It's like trying to merge the two. And I believe that we will live in that reality. I read an entire article. It was an opinion article of somebody of what they thought of Web3, and I don't agree with it to the full extent of what he was trying to say, but somewhat do. I mean, he was trying to say that the governments that currently run the world don't realize Web3 is coming for them. And eventually people will transition away from Web3 when the government isn't able to hold the economy together and offer what governments are supposed to offer, which is protection and justice under the law. I mean, and then people are basically, if you live in a tyrannical government, you don't really get to decide what the government's supposed to do. But, if you live in a democratic republic, as the United States is, you somewhat get to decide what your government is, what the role of government is. And, it's supposed to offer and guarantee certain things. It doesn't always, but basically the person was saying eventually our government won't be able to guarantee or provide anything, and people will transition to Web3. There won't be any real jobs. They'll all be digital jobs. And, I don't agree with that part 100%, because, somebody, how are we going to live? There has to be somebody growing food. There's certain things that you just can't, not have in society. And so, you can't digitally grow food. That doesn't work. So there has to be some sort of, real world continuation. It can't all become digital, but I don't know, guys. It's crazy, you know. We're getting into like some real Matrix type stuff, and I mean, I think this stuff will be here way faster than we realize. 5 to 10 years. Look how fast the internet itself came upon us. I mean, it was like about a 10-year transition to, you know, full on like social media. When did Facebook come out? Like 2008. So I don't know, guys. It could be here a lot quicker than you think, and this is why we need to like educate people. I'm leaving little pieces of candy. I'm not gonna delve super deep into it here on this video, otherwise we'd be talking forever. But yeah, if you are hungry for this knowledge, you want to continue to talk about it, you want to share the knowledge, then like, subscribe, hit the bell, share. If you want to be a part of the Discord, hit me up. That information's down in the description. That's like why I made this channel. We're trying to educate people so that when this stuff does come, because it's coming very quickly, we as a people don't just like buy into the lie. I believe like what's being sold to us is like, with blockchain at least, is potentially a big lie. And I'm not saying all of it is, but some of it is. And I think that a lot of people are going to be prone to buying into it because they haven't been like given the correct information regarding. And so that's our job, is to try and like educate people in a way that isn't forceful. We're not forcing people to like sit here and learn about this stuff, but we're trying to like spike their interest, you know? Get them interested in what we're saying, and then they'll do the research for themselves. And not everyone's going to agree, but we can at least try, guys. We don't want to mess this up. This is a huge chance for us as humans, like as a global citizen, huge chance for us to like fix a lot of the wrongs that we currently have in society. And yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. We also have like a partner Discord, Static's Discord. I'll be probably dropping his like information soon in the description. Tomorrow's video, weekly coin video, is going to come out. I'm doing it on AMP. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. If you watch to the end, you are truly awesome, 100%. And alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.